Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So I just heard my phone go off, so we are live, and we are on my iPad, so perfect. I'm just going to chit-chat until some of our friends log on. So as I was out in the craft room earlier this morning, I was kind of just flipping through Facebook and Pinterest and all of that fun things to look for an inspiration for today's card. And lo and behold, I found one, and it is so cute. I did change it up a little bit from what I originally saw. I changed up some colors and stuff, so I'm super excited to show you guys a fun card for tonight. Whew, that was a tongue twister. Hello, Anna. Hello, Valerie. Hopefully everybody had a good day. My brother-in-law had a dentist appointment at 3:30, and it was only supposed to last 30 minutes. 2 hours later, I'm not quite sure who was more frustrated with each other, my brother-in-law with the dentist or the dentist with my brother-in-law. So thank goodness I was there, and I have no idea why God granted me so much patience, but thank goodness I was, because my little humor probably saved them two from each other. But anyway, good evening. Let's see, retreat is next weekend. I cannot believe it's already here. I have a few helpers coming over on Monday. Vicky, one of my girlfriends and customers, Vicky, her son is coming over to pack up all of the tables and pack up my craft room and take it to the hotel where we're doing the retreat. So I'm super excited about that. So yeah, it's been a crazy busy week already, and it's going to be a fun blast next weekend. Okay, let me flip you over, and then I will kind of show you a little bit of what we're going to be working with tonight. So these fun dies, there isn't a stamp set to go with it. I think it's just the dies, and they are so much fun. This is the first time I played with them, and I'm so happy I did. They're called layering diorama dies. And there's 3, 6, there's 7 different dies. The outer 3 are really, really big. So let me bring in, this is a normal card base. So they are pretty much the size of, so it has to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's the largest piece. And then it goes down from there. But we are going to be playing with these 2 dies. So it's the center 2. Those are the ones we're going to be playing with. And they layer perfectly, hence the name of them. That is how they're going to layer. I actually already pre-cut them, so we don't have to grab our embossing machine to cut them, but we will be doing a little bit of embossing, so we still will need it. So that is the dies that we're going to be using. And then I did bring in this die as well. It's called Floral Squares, and actually, I did do the same exact flowers that I saw on Pinterest today. So we are using this little flower die. So that's the only one we're using out of that set. I did try a couple different dies, and I thought they were a little bit too big. So that's why I just went ahead and went with what the lady did as well. So I am doing the Happiest of Birthday. I know I've actually done this quite a bit in this set, but this sentiment is totally me right now. So I have this amazing little my birthday list, and on the inside, it has all of my birthdays and everybody's name and address for the birthdays they are on. Well, I do know that a few weeks ago, I did all of these cards to get ready for my July birthdays to get them in the mail. And well, I didn't get them in the mail, and now some of them are late. So that is what we're going to be playing with. Happy a little bit late birthday, because I'm a little bit late on a couple birthdays in July already. So I needed a couple of those cards. So I made 4 cards, and I didn't know which color combination to go with. So, let's see who's logged on. Anna, Valerie, Heather, Kathy. Hello, ladies. Welcome. Okay, so I didn't know which color combination to do. So really none of them match, but they flow so well together. So we have the Gorgeous Grape, Mango Melody, and Coastal Cabana. This one, we have Just Jade, Rich Razzleberry, and Fresh Freesia. This one we have Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, and not Pacific Point, Coastal Cabana. And this one we have Coastal Cabana, Magenta Madness, and Mango Melody. Whew, that was hard to remember. I actually did not write any of those down. And the card that I saw earlier, it was a fun fancy fold, but I decided to do it a little bit different and just do a regular card with it. And then on the inside, it has a few flowers as well. So each one of them have the flowers on the inside. So I just picked 2 that we are going to play with tonight. So that is what we're going to be making. So hopefully we get through both of them. So the first one we are going to do, I went ahead and pre-cut everything. I did forget the embossing folder. Excuse me. There it is. We are going to be using the polka dot embossing folder. So how I determined that I wanted this to be 3 inches, I did put everything in the video on the dimensions. So this is 3 by 5 1/4. The only way I figured that out is I measured the embossing folder. So I knew this one needed to be a little bit bigger than 3 inches, but I just did it at 3 inches for easy math purposes. So if you're wondering, that's how I did it. So we're going to emboss this guy. We have a piece of Mango Melody, and this is from the Designer Series paper pack. I brought the Regals over. The next card we're going to be using, I did do the Regals, but this is out of the Brights collection. And this is 1 by 5 1/4. And then I have my 2 dioramas already cut. So I have one in basic white and one in gorgeous grape. And I went ahead and pre-cut all of the flowers just because you need 2 of each of these little gorgeous flowers, and you can only cut 1 at a time. So I thought it was a little repetitive to just keep cutting them. So I went ahead and cut them ahead of time. But these little centers that cut out as well, that is what's going to go on the inside of your card. So definitely save those little boogers. Okay. And then we have our card base. And this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I scored it right in half at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that. Then get this out of the way. I'll pull this out as well, and I'm going to bring in the little mini embossing machine. He is so fun and so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and start by embossing the Coastal Cabana. And again, this is 3 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to open up my embossing folder, and I'm going to line this up right at that line right there. Put it in our little mini embossing machine, and let the magic begin. There we go. So we can get this out of the way. We're going to open up our folder, and there are our polka dots. Super cute, right? So there is 2 ways to do this. I chose to do a little bit easier. So I'm going to show you the easier way, but I am going to tell you another way you can do this. So that you want your polka dots up, and you want whatever side of Designer Series paper you want. If you flip it over, line these guys up line these guys up together, not today, line them up together. You can put a piece of Scotch tape or some mini glue dots on the back of it to hold it in place. But what I did, I just felt it was easier than trying to hold everything and get the tape in the right spot. This is a piece of our basic white, and it's just a hair smaller than 4 inches and 5 1/4. So it's a hair smaller than 4 and a hair smaller than 4 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on the back side and get that little hair off of there. Pick it up, and now I am just going to butt this up to the corner. So now I know that it's going to hang off the edge of hair, which is totally fine. I'm going to butt this up to the corner so I know it's straight and even. And now I can come in with this piece and lay it right next to it. This way, I know it is straight, it's even, it's where it's supposed to be. And if it hangs off the edge a little bit, no one's gonna see this white piece underneath it. So now we can just come in and attach this to our card base. So there's a couple different ways you can attach these, but I thought that was the easiest. That's how I actually did all 8 cards that I made, I think. How many did I make? 2, 4, I'll be making 6. So there we go. Easy peasy, right? Let's see, who else logged on? Heather, I don't know if I said hi to you earlier. Darlene, Stephanie, hello everybody. So I'm going to now take the diorama die, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue this piece down as well. There we go. Let's get this out of the way and bring in our basic whites. And I'm going to bring in the Gorgeous Grape ink pad. Gonna ink up Happy Little Bit Late Birthday, because that is what I am this month. Little bit late. I'm a, what is it, day late and a dollar short. That is me. Okay, I'm gonna clean off the happy birthday stamp just because we're gonna use it again. And that's really all we have to ink. We're not gonna be using that anymore. We can bring in our card, and I'm gonna put some adhesive on the back. And this is gonna lay right there. And we'll push that aside to let it dry. And let's bring in some of our flowers. So I want one of each of the colors. I'm flipping them over. You can kind of tell after you run it that it kind of folds in a little bit. That's the bottom, and that is the top where it's nice and smooth. So I am going to grab some dimensionals, and I bet you're saying, wait a minute, the dimensionals are going to show through the hole that's in the front and be sticky. And you're absolutely right. But there's a little method to my madness. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these guys off. And let's position them around our card. Put one up top. We'll put one over here. Oh, you know what? Let's actually see if we can, oh, perfect. That pulled off nicely. And we'll put this one down at the bottom. Okay, so now the tops are sticky. So what you could do is take these little dots that come on the inside of the flower and put them in there as well. But I thought, let's use some of these little black pearls and place right inside. And these pearls are already sticky, so you don't really have to have the dimensional on there. But why not? There we go. Look how easy this card is coming together. So now all we have to do, and we'll definitely have plenty of time to put the other one together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just glue these guys down, because this is what's going to go on the inside of our card. So I'm just going to pick them up and grab some adhesive. You don't need a whole lot, and make sure you kind of miss the inside. Just because you don't want it to eke out and be too much. I don't know if eke out is proper English, but it is for us crafters. There we go. Now I'm going to just come in and put a dab of glue in the center. And I have my little putty piece. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of putty out, maybe. I don't want to squeeze too much, and it all, oh, there it comes. There we go. So I'm going to grab one of the Mango Melody, and I'm going to put that, oops. Okay, it's still the right side. I'm going to put that inside the Gorgeous Grape, and then I'm going to take a piece of the, oops, it flipped over. Okay, now it's not going to want to pick up. Maybe it's just dried. Let me squeeze a tiny bit more out. There we go. Coastal Cabana is going to go inside the Mango Melody. And then the Gorgeous Grape is going to go inside the Coastal Cabana. There we go. And these other three you can keep or use for something else, or I'm just going to file them right beside me. And now we can flip this over and put this inside your card. Thank you, Anna. It is so fun and cute to put together. I won't lie, it was a moment running each one of these flowers, but sometimes those are the best cards. There we go. Super easy, right? Doesn't take much, and it's not your typical normal colors. So this is the same color scheme, but I just changed up the cardstock, and I changed up the positioning of the colors. But the same Mango Melody is on both edges. So those two are the same. And then let's see, where's my other one? These two are the same. I just literally changed up the color patterns again. And then the last one we're going to be doing is the same thing. I'm just changing up the color patterns. And this one I have already run through the embossing machine. I didn't think everybody wanted to sit and watch me do that again. So I'm going to push those over to the side. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. This piece is just a hair smaller than our normal 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And that's just going to give me a guide to make sure I get these where they're supposed to go. I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to line that up to the top. This one actually hangs off a tiny bit more, so this one might be a little bit shorter, but it doesn't matter. You're not going to see it. So I'm just going to make sure it's positioned, lined up. That is perfect. This one is the Rich Razzleberry Designer Series paper pack, or the Regals. Put that right next to the side, and you can see that it lined up perfectly up at the top and at the bottom. And when you flip it over, you have a little edge hanging off, and nobody's ever going to know it because we're going to glue it down. I have my cardstock. Let's fold this. Add some adhesive to the back. Ugh, I love the tone on tone with the little splash of color at the edge. I think it is so pretty. I think the last few cards I've done have been tone on tone with a splash of color. And then I loved purple and green together, so that's why I thought the Just Jade was a perfect green. There we go. Let's set that aside and bring in our Happy a Little Bit Late Birthday. And I'm using Fresh Freesia ink. And you really could use the Just Jade, the Rich Razzleberry, but I chose the Fresh Freesia. I guess the only thing you have to be careful about is if you glue this down before attaching this, that you make sure it's not upside down. I guess it really wouldn't have mattered. It still looks cute, even if it's not completely the layering. But that would be my only suggestion. Don't glue this down until you put the basic white stamped image on top. Just in case. Thank goodness I didn't just do that, but I could definitely see it happening. Okay, that's going to get laid on top. Let's grab one each of these colors. Just Jade, Rich Razzleberry, and Fresh Freesia. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back, and the larger dimensionals actually fit almost perfect. So I don't want the Rich Razzleberry on the bottom. Let's put the Just Jade down at the bottom. And then let's put but I don't, nope, that's not going to work either because I don't want the Fresh Freesia up there. Okay, that's perfect. You don't have to get as anal as I did on that one. It's still super cute. Gonna add some gems and use what gems you have. If you don't have these black ones, You could use your rhinestones. You could use just regular pearls. Your opal rounds would be beautiful. The sequins. So just use what you have. You don't have to use exactly what I have. There we go. So now let's just decorate the inside. And there's my Tombow. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I love it when you guys give me thumbs up and hearts. So there's the one. So when I go over on my Facebook Lives, I will just remind everybody, do you remember those times where I don't even do a full 30 minutes? So that makes up for it. That's going to be my excuse. There we go. Going to add a hair of Tombow to the inside of these little circles. Grab my little tool, and I'm going to put the rich razzleberry inside the fresh freesia. The just jade is going to go inside the rich razzleberry, and then fresh freesia is going to go inside just jade. There we go. Super cute and super easy. Besides cutting those flowers out. It wasn't that it wasn't not easy, it was just time consuming. But when you're making a stunning card, time, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, so these are the same two cards, just changed up the color combination. Both of them have rich razzleberry, just jade, and fresh freesia. Both of them have that. Let's see, both of these cards have Gorgeous Grape, Mango Melody, and Coastal Cabana. And both of these cards had Magenta Madness, Bermuda Bay, and Mango Melody. So literally, the sky's the limit on colors that you guys can put together on these cards. I started with these two colors, and then I was like, ooh, I love Coastal Cabana and Gorgeous Grape together, so that's what I did this. And then I was like, oh, we should totally do something with greens and purples. So that's what made me do this one. So super easy, right? I thought they turned out so fun. Hopefully you guys did too. Let's see, next weekend is retreat. We are leaving on Monday to go set up, and I actually have a few ladies that are going to be coming and spending the entire week there. The festivities don't start until Thursday, but I think a few of us are going a little early just to sit and relax and have some pool time. So I will be in touch. I'll post if I'll be able to go live on Tuesday. Definitely not Thursday, just because it's dinner time and we're all hectic and things are starting. So definitely not Thursday, but I will touch base on Tuesday. Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.